Hey friends, hey, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here this afternoon to bring you a fun new craft. I just sent out this week my Craft and Child boxes. That's our monthly subscription box, and we did something really fun. We are going to do, they haven't received their boxes yet, macrame plant hangers, or just hangers really. You could use it for plants or for pretties or that sort of thing to hang in your home or on your porch. Really fun. And macrame, if you don't know what that is just the art of tying knots, different knots and ropes, cords to, hey Danielle, glad you're here, to make art. It's usually done in some type of hanger or wall decor. Anyway, I'm doing hangers with them, and I just kind of had it in my head. I wanted to do some type of decorative wall hanging. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do with you guys today. I've never done this before, so we'll just see how it turns out. One of my favorite chapters in the Bible is Psalm 91, which tells us that the Lord hides us under his wings. And so today we're going to be making some macrame feathers, or we're going to attempt to. Danielle, thank you for sprinkling the video. I appreciate that. If you're new here, let me just introduce myself again before we get started. Lois East with Ellie Grace's Attic, and I do all things crafty. I take old treasures, give them new life with handcrafted love, but you never know what you'll see. You might hop on one day and I'm making or trying to make macrame feathers, and another day you might get on here and learn how to cook a new dessert. Who knows? But we're always having fun for sure and encouraging each other. So here I am live in my art studio. You see all my crafty stuff mess behind me. Still in my gym clothes, but we are going to craft something today. So let me just tell you a little bit about macrame, the cord that you use. One of the most common cords, it looks like this. It comes in this big spool. It comes in all different sizes. This is one of the most common ones. This is a 4mm natural cotton, and it's just a neutral color because I like neutrals. You can get them, it comes in all kinds of colors. So if you try this at home, you can get this at most any craft store. I bought mine because I needed a lot of it. I bought it on Amazon. Where else, right? Where you get everything, Amazon. And this is, like I said, 4mm. I think it comes in 3, 4, and 5. I'm not sure if there's other sizes, but there's 240 yards was on here when I started. And I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I cut cord off of here for 8 different projects, and I just cut 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like enough to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 feathers, and like I cut 96. Like there's a bunch. It's gonna last you a while. I think it was probably around $14 for this big spool. So I'll post the link for this in the comments when we're done if you're interested in getting some. So this is what our feathers are gonna hang from. Let me just tell you, this is kind of my thought process. I got this stick out of my yard. It's a nice little stick. I let it dry out really good. I just hit the ends with my saw, cut off the ends so they'd be nice and even. But I kind of left it rough because I like all the little bumps. I like rustic, natural looking things. So this is a stick. Look, I have my yardstick here. It is about 17.5 inches, but you can make it you can do a short one and just do 1 feather, or you could do a long one. My goal, I'm going to show you how to do one today on the live, but my goal is to kind of have several hanging and kind of overlapping different sizes, and it'll hang from a string. So that's where we're headed. So we'll see. Like I said, we're going to do 1 feather here on the live, and then I'll finish it up and I'll post a picture for you guys to see. So I am gonna move the camera. I'm gonna have to kind of position you, sorry that I have to move the camera on you so you can see my hands, because we're gonna be doing some tying. So bear with me while I move you guys if I flash you, sorry. Real life, just kidding. Okay, hang on. In a perfect world, I would have like 2 cameras and a bigger stand, but we're winging it. So I know I'm gonna cut off my head, but you'll be able to hear me and you'll see my hands, hopefully. Maybe I need to do you down just a little bit more, y'all. Hey, Jennifer Call, I see you watching. If you're watching live with me, say hi in the comments. I'd love to say hi, hear what you're doing today. Okay, all right, that's a nice like boob shot, sorry. But we're gonna make it work. Okay, what I did was I just cut some different lengths of the cord. This is 18 inches. I just had my yardstick out and measured it. It's mostly about 18 inches, the longer strands. And then I cut some shorter ones. These are about 12 inches. And then I cut some even shorter. These I think are 10. So I did 18, 12, 10. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do that. You can make them as long or as short depending on how big you want your feathers on your stick. So I'm gonna kind of, and then all of these, this is like 100 because I didn't really know how many I was gonna need to make the feathers. These are 6-inch strips, okay, 6 inches. So I just made a pile of them, and we're gonna, if we need to cut more, we'll cut more later. I'm gonna move the yardstick out of the way. Jennifer says still quarantine. I didn't know you were quarantined, Jennifer. I'm so sorry. Praying for you guys. All right, I'm gonna take my longer piece. This is the 18 inches. Danielle, nap time. I wish nap time. We should all, shouldn't we as adults? I feel like nap time should be carried over into our adulthood. I'm just saying. If you agree with me, go ahead and put that in the comments. Don't forget, if you're watching this on the replay, please say hi in the comments. I love to interact with you guys. Okay, so this is my 18-inch strip. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna fold it in half. So then I've got, it's 2 9-inch pieces. I'm gonna put it, maybe, nope, in front of, sorry. I'm gonna put it in front of my stick like that with the loop hanging over. I'm gonna put my thumb and forefinger through, and I'm gonna grab the tails like so, and I'm gonna pull it through the loop and pull. So all that did was attach my string to, I'm gonna pull it over this knot, to the stick, okay? Now, don't ask me all the names of every knot known to man, but I'm pretty sure this is called a lark knot or a lark head's knot. Don't ask me how I know that. Maybe it was the Girl Scouts from years ago, but anyway, there's a knot. You're just really, I kind of would call this a slip knot, but I know that's not right. So we just slipped it on like that. So now I have these tails, and this is gonna be the center of our feather, okay? So now I'm gonna move these to the side. I'm gonna bring my little mountain of strings right here. And now, I hope you can see what I'm doing correctly. I'm gonna take my 6-inch piece and fold it in half, same thing, so it's got a loop. I'm gonna lay it down under these 2 pieces, okay? So I'm under, try to see where you can go down. So I'm under like that. Then I'm gonna take another 6-inch piece, do the same thing, I'm folding it in half. And then I'm gonna take the tails. I'm laying this one on top of the strings. I'm gonna take the tails and put them through this loop of the first one that I laid down. And I'm going to take the tails of the first one and put it through these loops. So if you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to pull it tight like so on that string. And so it kind of very, very simple, and I'm going to push it up to the tippy top. And that is going to be pretty much the only knots we're doing. So I'm going to just continue that pattern all the way down. So we fold that 6-inch strip in half, put it underneath our main tails there, tails, strips, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to take the second piece, loop it through there, pull this one through here, and then pull your tails till it's tight in the center and push up. Easy peasy. And we're just going to keep going till we get close to the bottom, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. This goes pretty fast once you get your groove going, and it's okay if they're not perfectly even, because I also have a pair of handy dandy scissors. We're going to trim them up towards the end. So like I said, it does go pretty fast once you get your groove going. I don't know, trying to see, well, when I was growing up, macrame was like all the rage. Like you could get macrame plant. My mom had macrame plant hangers like in every corner of our house, in all different colors, all designs. She also was very much a plant lover. She had such a green thumb. She could grow anything, and yes, her plants were all beautiful. Like she really loved growing plants. She would talk to them and all the things. They had names. She could tell you they're like scientific names, but she like named them too. It was funny. I remember as a kid thinking, but she always could just grow the most amazing things. I, on the other hand, have a black like I can't grow anything. It's terrible. All right. If you are just joining, this is such a simple thing. I think it's going to be so cute. We're doing macrame feathers. I'm going to show you how to do one, and then I'm going to finish it up, this hanger, and show you guys a picture. So all I'm doing was I looped an 18-inch piece of macrame cord over a stick, and then I'm looping smaller 6-inch pieces. I'm folding them in half, laying one underneath these main tails, and then another one we're just putting the tails through the loops. I'm grabbing the tails and pulling them tight. This would be a super easy project for kids. And like I said, I'm doing a natural color of the macrame cord, but it comes in all kinds of colors. So if you want to do something for your kids' room, or the possibilities are endless. I did, when I was researching projects for my craft and chow, this one's pretty simple, but man, they get intricate. And I saw like a rainbow, a macrame rainbow, a lion's head. Like I was like, oh, I'm just at the beginner. But it was really neat because the plant hanger project, like I said, just reminded me of my mama, my sweet mama. And then I was like, oh, I need to do a wall hanging to put in my art studio that reminds me, the macrame reminds me of my mama, but the feathers remind me of Psalm 91. Specifically, I think it's verse 4 that talks about the Lord hiding us under his wings, which is such a beautiful scripture. So that was my thought process behind this. And I apologize, I should have checked at Walmart or Hobby. I'm pretty sure you can get this cord at Hobby Lobby. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a couple of more. When you get to, this is what we have so far, okay? When you get to start getting close, you wanna leave a good couple of inches down here, because when you brush it out, this main tail is going to kind of blend in and be like the tip of the feather. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more pieces on here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get this at Hobby Lobby, and if I have to guess, you can get it at Walmart too. But again, I apologize because I did not check before I came on live. I'll check afterwards when I put that Amazon link, which Amazon usually delivers pretty quickly. So you may be able to, you know, if you didn't want to wait, I'll check Walmart and Hobby Lobby for you guys. All right, we're almost to the end. Kind of eyeball it at this point. Make sure you pull that in the center really, really tight. And push it up a little bit. All right, I think, so I'm kind of just, when you get down and you see I've got about, I don't know, that's a good 2-3 inches. And it kind of blends like that because we're fixing to comb it out. So you want that to kind of be part of your feather down there. So now what we're going to do is comb out. I'm going to push it down just a little bit because I need a little bit of space up here at the top. I feel like, okay, we got it all flat. Everything is pretty tight. So now you can do it one of two ways. Now we're going to comb it out. So you can take, when I did my plant hanger the other day, I just used a regular comb, okay? And all you're doing is you're gonna have to hold the center, and you're kind of just, it's gonna make a god-awful noise, I'm sorry. You can use the comb. You see how the little strings are starting to come apart? That's what we want. You can use this, it takes a minute, or, don't laugh, I have a dog brush. You can use a dog brush, a cat brush, and just, this one might work. It's plastic. You probably need a metal one. No, it's kind of doing it. Yeah, there it goes. They're starting to loosen up. Really just get in there, and you're trying to just break that apart and comb it out. See, it's starting to come apart. Might take a minute. I think I actually still have some dog hair in that brush. Don't laugh. All right, so I'm kind of pressing down and combing out. But you can use you could probably use a vent brush too, or a comb, or like I said, I have a dog brush. It's kind of just getting a little more area. That's why I said I was a little too close to the stick. You'll see it's going to make a few fuzzies, and that's okay. So just keep combing. I'm holding it down in the center. I had it really too close to the stick. It's not going to be, like I said, see how that's even, not even? We're going to trim that up in just a second. Look, this is definitely the dog brush. He got a hold of it at one point because he wanted me to brush him. All right. might try this a little bit too. Oh, this one makes lots of noise. I don't want to do that. I need a good old-fashioned metal dog brush. That probably would work really, really, really good. Alright, let me just kind of go around so I can give you the idea. And then I'm going to finish up. Oh, you hear my table? I've got lots of sound effects going on today on this project. Oops, this one actually wasn't that tight, as tight as I could have made it. So, here we go. Now I'm gonna have to move that and turn this around just a little bit so I can keep brushing. Turn that back around. This is so therapeutic, actually. Finn is looking at me using his dog brush. He's wondering why I'm not brushing him. So this is going to be really pretty. Like I said, it reminds me, macrame reminds me of my mama. And this feather reminds me of Psalm 91:4. And when I'm done, I'm going to have a whole little row of feathers. I won't keep you guys here for all that. I'm just holding this down in the center. If you're just joining us, all we did was get a stick from our yard. I took one 18-inch strand of macrame string, looped it over the stick, and I looped a bunch of smaller strings onto that main one. So now we've got those all on here. I'm holding it down and brushing it out with none other than a dog brush. You can use a regular comb, that does work, but I'm on a table, so it's making a little excess noise that I don't like. So I'm using the dog brush. But either one will work. You could probably even use a vent brush. It takes just a few minutes. Gotta put a little elbow grease into it. And it is a little noisy. But you can brush it out. I mean, you could do it all the way, or you could leave it a little on the rough side, you know, still kind of semi-braided. You could do as little or as much as you want. So we're almost done with this one, and I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to let you guys hop off in here. I'll finish it up and post a picture so you can see how cute it is. Okay. If y'all are just hopping on live, say hi to me in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're watching from, what you're up to today. Alright, we just about got it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Alright. The hardest part is I think I pushed them up too close to the stick, so I'm kind of having to move my stick away. I just got this last little part to brush out. Oops, sorry, I know I'm probably shaking the camera. Bear with me. We're almost there. Definitely a little workout. All right, this last few little pieces right here, I'm not wanting to give it up. call that good for now. All right, so now we have this shape, okay? You can see it's kind of uneven. So what we're gonna do now is take our scissors and just kind of trim it up. I still need to comb it out just a little bit more. Right there. So I think it probably, like I said, I'm working with a plastic brush. I think a metal brush probably would work a lot better. All right, so you kind of just want to get them all out there. I've got some good fabric scissors or shears, whatever you have, and I am just going to kind of trim it into a feather. I mean, it's mostly already there. I'm just kind of making it even as best I can. This is the largest one. The other pieces, I have some larger pieces and some smaller pieces that are gonna go on here. So we'll have various sizes of feathers. My stick's moving. This is so cute. All right, I still need to brush those up or out a little more, the ones pieces up here at the top. But, yeah, trim off these few little stragglers. Like I said, this could be brushed out a little bit more, but you get the idea. There's my feather, okay? Let me move you guys again. Hello, here I am. There we go. All right, friends, all right. So this is my thought process, okay, like I said, and I have some good old hairspray. I'm gonna spray this with to kind of stiffen it up a little bit after I finish. So we've got feather number 1, and then I'm gonna have some different sizes kind of overlapping down my stick, and then we'll put a string to finish it out. But isn't this cute so far? Like I said, the macrame, all the macrame projects just remind me of my mom, because in the 70s we had tons of macrame throughout our house. And then the feathers, I wanted feathers because it reminds me of Psalm 91:4, where the Lord is hiding us under his wings, which is one of my favorites. It's so comforting. And so I thought, I need some feathers in my art space. So that's what I'm doing, making this cool little wall hanging. So I'm gonna finish it up, and I'll post a picture for you guys so you can see the finished project. So happy crafting. Thanks for hanging out with me for just a little bit on this Friday afternoon. I hope you all have a super blessed weekend. Love you guys. Mwah.